Good afternoon. Today we're doing an SEO audit for continentallandscaping.com. Howdy, my name is Kiram from Clear Imaging, and we design wicked websites. We've been doing it for 2 decades, and we've helped over 2,500 American companies with our fresh designs. So we're taking a look at this website today. I'm going to give some pointers on design and on SEO. So first things first, just pulling up this website, this homepage. Design-wise, there's some missed opportunities, big time. The design of this website is an older design. We have a right-hand column right here on the side. And in this right-hand column, we have some very important information such as financing and these trust logos. And you have to realize the right-hand column is blind to most people. People are blind to it. Over the past 20 years, people have learned that in the right-hand column exists advertisements, banner ads. So people are actually blind to this area, and you have important information here. So that's a big missed opportunity. We want these logos to be front and center, plainly visible on the website right up front without having to scroll, because this is your heavy artillery. This builds a lot of trust and legitimacy. So that's one thing, putting it in this right-hand column, it's going to be ignored. So let's get it presented differently. For instance, let me show you over here. We have a widescreen, right? And the logos are laid out in one row like that. That's something you could do. If you had an update of your design, you could just lay out the logos in one row like this. Other points to consider, it's great that the phone number is really big, can't miss it. That definitely helps with converting visitors into sales. The navigation is pretty big, but I would consider slimming it down a little bit, especially something like links. I would just remove that. Other points, although this is better than nothing, you basically have your logo, your navigation, and a photo, and some things on the side here. You're not getting a full experience when you land on this website, this landscaping website. The prospect is searching for you, they Googled you, they went to your website, they want to learn more, and the prospect is very finicky. They may just click the back button. So if the only page they ever visit is your homepage, then you need to give them the full treatment and the full experience. So that's why I want to show you an example of a website right over here, Life with Paint, where it's a very deep homepage, but that doesn't matter these days. People don't care. People will scroll endlessly. So don't feel that, this website's better because it's so compact. Well, that's not really a point anymore, because people are trained to scroll and continuously scroll. And you also need to sell more than you used to. Back in the day, you could have a website like this, which is basically like a flyer on the homepage here. But these days, there's 2 billion websites online. Every day, 500,000 websites added to the web. So you need to pitch a little harder these days to get attention and sell people. So, we start in with a very big point like this, your value proposition. What are you doing for them? What's the benefit? We're putting in the trust logos. We're putting in statistics, right? How many landscaping jobs have you done? How many years have you been in business? How many different services do you offer, right? And then we talk about the prospect's needs, talk about the solution, objections, right? And I know you're not a painting company, but this is just an example. Benefits, right? And notice how everything is all spaced out. That's because each section has an intention of one communication. The sole purpose of this section is to communicate the top benefits of coming to the painting class. For you, you would have a section with your top benefits of why would somebody go with Continental Landscaping. You're going to have benefits, you just have to figure them out. Your salespeople would know right off the bat what they are, right? And testimonials is also very key, and also the process. How does it work for your company? People want to know, how does it all work? It's going to build trust and rapport if they have certainty about how it's all going to go. And you can just break it down into a few steps. This is 4 steps. It could be 3 steps. Call us, we come out for a free consultation, we take a look, and we give you an estimate. Whatever it is, it just builds more certainty. You list your services. And here we have objections. This is something not a lot of people do, but it's very potent. What are some reasons why somebody might not want to go with a landscaping company? For instance, maybe someone wants to do it themselves, right? Maybe someone wants to do it themselves. Well, what can you tell? What would these people be thinking? Well, contractors, they're always late, they're smelly, they're rude, and they're flaky, and blah, 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 right? This is what somebody might be thinking if they're on the fence. You know, they're like, should I do it myself? Should I hire a guy? So go ahead and take that and take their objections and say, well, our guys are always on time. Our guys are very respectful. We care about your needs. We're not pushy. You see what I'm saying? So take their objections and then put them on the web page and then handle those objections. Objection, handle it. And that's going to go a very long way in building trust. And you just can't do that when you just have a page like this where it's just one display. That's why you break it into sections like this, because each section has an intention and it has one communication. So that's the benefit. Of course, you've got to get a free quote thing put at the bottom. You're going to lose leads by not having one. So you've got to get a free quote thing put down here. Because someone hits the bottom, they're left with a decision. What do I do now? Back button, close, what do? I don't know. Well, put something to grab those who are ready to take the next step, right? So those are some design points that I would suggest. You would obviously need a full redesign, and it would do quite a bit to help elevate the website. Because right now, as it stands, it looks like an older, design from maybe 20 years ago. I'm not trying to be critical or rude, but just to give you, from a professional viewpoint, from a web design professional, that's what it looks like. And if you really want to separate yourself from the pack, you need to be more memorable. And as I said earlier, you need to have more sections, all right? And not just one big, hey, here's the page, but really split things up and put all the data. Another section that would be great would be completed jobs, right? You're in landscaping, people want to see that. Over here, this is applicable, right? We've got, right, some recent work. This is very important for someone in your space. So what are some jobs you've done? Put it on the homepage, right? Your process, before and after. This is key, okay? And here's some other points. So you're in a service-based industry. People need to feel they can trust you. Make the homepage a full treatment. If this is the only page they ever land on, your homepage, make sure they get all the data. All right, seeing, as I showed you here, some past projects, some before and after. That's why you want to make your homepage, comprehensive and deep, because a lot of people will just view the homepage and leave. It's your one shot. The homepage is your one shot to give the full enlightenment from top to bottom, starting from I don't know anything about you and taking it down eventually to like, okay, well, I now have an impression in my mind about this company. So that's what I suggest, and that would really help as well for your sales. It's going to help convert a lot more visitors into sales. So as far as Google is concerned, your website's got a lot of content, which is great. You've got a blog, which is very important. It looks like it's been a little while, though. It's been a few years. You should definitely get it going. Seems like, okay, just 2 entries. This is definitely the strategy. You have 2 posts. You should be doing one every 2 weeks. That way you can really show Google, hey, we're a comprehensive source of knowledge. We have all the information on landscaping in our area. You should put us at the top of Google, at the top, because we have more info than anybody else in our area. We're an authority, so we should be ranked as such. You can do that by having a lot of content in the blog. So I just want to let you know about that. That's how you can dominate in Google as a small business, creating more content than your competitors, because think of it as a race. Everyone is trying to get and stay at the top of Google. How can you stay? Well, by continuously making more content than your competitors. also getting more Google reviews than them is super important. If we click over here and take your name, so we don't have any Google reviews. Now let's make sure this is your actual website. Yeah. So if you want to rock and roll and rank high in Google Maps, getting reviews is also key. You've got a bunch on Angie's List. This is great, but we also need a bunch on Google My Business over here, because this is what the prospect is going to see right off the bat. If they don't see reviews, they might think you're closed. They might think you're brand new or you're out of business. So getting Google reviews is going to be key for you. Creating content in the blog is also key. So those are some points. I hope that was helpful. This is us, clearimaging.com. As I said, it's just a brief website audit. But if you have some questions, if you want me to clarify anything, if you want some more knowledge, I would love to do that. Don't be shy. Just reach out to us. Come on down to the contact page, and I'd be very happy to answer that and give you more knowledge. All right, so until then, thank you very much. And